Well, let's go back to our top story and the refugee crisis in Syria and the countries surrounding it. We're joined by Thomas Schwartz, the Director of International Communications at CARE International, and he's live in Amman. Thank you for being with us. Give us a sense of the scale of the problem we're facing right now and the degree to which it's worsened in the past month or so.
Well, I'm here now for the second time within only 6 or 7 weeks, and the comparison between July and August and now is immense. When I was, for example, at this refugee camp, Satari, in the early days of August, there were 2,500 to 3,000 refugees. Now we know that there are 35,000. There were days in August where more than 2,200 people crossed the border to Jordan. So this is a scale we have reached now, from which perspective I understand that the United Nations as well as the planning minister of Jordan ask for more fundings, because there is definitely a big funding gap.
Clearly you're familiar with scenarios like this. Describe to us how this one is being coped with. Are there adequate facilities, resources, intentions in place to deal with the problem?
No, there are not sufficient facilities. The United Nations people on the ground do whatever they can. They are blamed. The UNHCR is blamed for not doing enough services, not providing enough services. But if there is a lack of funding, there is a lack of services. So we should not blame the United Nations for not being 150% well equipped. We should blame those rich countries and governments who did give donations, for which we are grateful, but who did not give enough donations. If the $700 million which are asked for now by the Jordanian planning minister, the United Nations Commission for Refugees, if that is the right figure, I cannot judge. What I can tell you is that we have to do with a refugee crisis which is escalating into a refugee catastrophe if fundings are not coming more frequently and more constantly.
All right, Thomas Schwartz, we'll leave it there. We haven't got a very good line to you, but I appreciate your joining us on the programme.